Good day, everyone. I'm back from a long hiatus. Partly, I just got a little bit busy, and you know, life got in the way. And I'm back because I'd like to discuss something that's been a hot topic lately on social media, and that is the issue of artificial intelligence. Because lately, there's been a lot of talk with stuff like Midjourney and ChatGPT, both you know artificial intelligence powered uh, applications, or so we've seen a lot of art AI generated art floating around, and it's been very divisive. And also, we've seen some people try to pass off Chat GPT uh, conversations off as assignments or as essays. So it's truly exciting times that we're in. And to be honest, I I almost didn't believe when I was younger. I almost didn't believe that uh, we would be able to see this level of development as far as artificial intelligence is concerned in my lifetime, and it truly shows that technology is moving faster and faster with each generation, and the way technology progresses is truly exponential. Mm, and this is very evident. There's been more technological advances the past 2 decades than, I would say, the 5 decades before that. So the pace at which technology is moving is truly exciting and at the same time frightening. So I guess the basic question is artificial intelligence an existential threat? Artificial intelligence is more ubiquitous or more common in our daily lives than we were aware of normally. Uh, it's present in a lot of things that we interact with daily, like social media. The algorithms that the social medias work on is artificial intelligence. Uh, some of our traffic lights, if you commute and you encounter traffic lights, some traffic lights are controlled by artificial intelligence. uh, Google search engines, ad bots, uh, all these things are controlled by artificial intelligence. And even cars, which are recently manufactured, would have uh, onboard artificial intelligence that would slow down your car or warn you when there's an imminent collision coming on. And actually, some cars would even take over and stop the car if it suddenly sees obstructions in front of the car, or alert you when they send something. So basically, I think our idea of artificial intelligence is, when we talk about it, we always assume it's something like sinister, and we think it's like Ultron or Skynet. But no, it's a little bit more commonplace. And we're living with artificial intelligence pretty much every day. And in its current form, and I think in the foreseeable future, of course, I'm no futurist. I don't see artificial intelligence being an existential threat like Ultron or Skynet. Uh, because even at this point, artificial intelligence, just like any kind of technology, is not a tool that determines value. Intelligence, even human intelligence, at its core, is only a tool we use to solve problems. However, what determines those problems, the people who we determine what those problems to be solved, we are the ones who determine which problems are to be solved. So basically, technology in and of itself cannot put value on things, and it has no inherent value. Technology has no inherent value outside of what we put it to work on. So basically, technology, artificial intelligence, works on problems that we people put a value on. So it will try to solve problems that we set it out to do. Artificial intelligence being that, it's I at this point I don't see an issue of artificial intelligence starting to actually become self-aware, at least in the same sense that we humans are self-aware. Who knows? Maybe in the future it can happen. At the end of the day, the human mind, the human brains is really just a network of electrical signals, and we don't really know how human consciousness or self-awareness comes about. So I guess it is within the realm of possibility that an artificial intelligence does become self-aware. But ultimately, I think we have to remember that technology is meant to serve people, and technology is not does not have value in and of itself outside of the fact that technology, and in this case artificial intelligence, adds value and adds to human lives. So technology is a productivity multiplier if you think about it. Whenever there's a big technological breakthrough, what usually happens is it frees up time. It frees up people from mundane tasks. And I see artificial intelligence doing the same thing. Of course, there's going to be a lot of disruption that's going to happen, as this is true with the all previous technological advances. When the car was invented, uh, basically the horse buggy was rendered obsolete. Not immediately, but when the car was invented, a lot of people were really against the automobile, and people then believed that they people were advertising against the automobile and saying that the horses were still more reliable. Of course, we know what's happened after that. We still have horses, but it's no longer our main means of transport, or it's not as commonplace as before. And I guess that's what I think will happen with artificial intelligence. There will be initial resistance on its application. There will be a lot of displacement, a lot of jobs, and could be lost. And this will be very disruptive as far as the economy and personal lives of people. But ultimately, I think artificial intelligence should be used as a tool for improving human lives, uh, taking away more mundane tasks from people, and therefore freeing up people for freeing time for people for doing other things. Uh, the amount of time that people had to put in for working, even if people keep complaining that quality of life is terrible, but if you look at human evolution, evolution of human societies in a very wide and macro lens, you would see that the quality of life these days for the average person is so much better than someone who was living maybe 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, or even farther back. We go back to the Stone Age. Our lives are so much different now, right? So I believe AI is going to be a tool that allows people more freedoms. It's not going to be painless. There's going to be a lot of pain and disruption that's going to happen when it is applied, but ultimately, society will reorganize itself and people will find new jobs that will occupy them. Mundane jobs like even I would say even like the call centers industry, where people have to answer uh, questions from callers or something like that, could easily be replaced by artificial intelligence. Especially with how improved and how much AI has improved the past few years. So again, is it a cause for worry? In the short term, maybe, but in the long term, it's just something that's going to happen. And I'm still very optimistic on how these things will turn out. Eventually, people will learn how to use it properly, and it will be a force for good in the long term. In the short term, we have to grapple with this issue both morally, ethically, and socially and economically. And it's not going to be without its problems, but I'm optimistic that the human race and human society will find a way and integrate this great new technology into our everyday lives and make everyone's lives better. Thank you. Till next time. Again, if you like what you're hearing, like and subscribe. Thank you. Till next time.